What's up, everybody? You guys already know. It's me! It's your boy. Yo, what's up, everybody? So, welcome back. YouTube was popping. This is another one of those, little behind the scenes. I'm on my way to go record episode 2 with your boy Tommy Guns one time. And I just wanted to come through and just talk with y'all for a minute. A little bit about, just life and shit. And there is a topic that I am going to be discussing on the podcast where we're going to try to see if we can gauge people's opinions. This is definitely going to be an episode that I do want people to comment back on. This is definitely going to be something where I want to open up the discussions about it. Because let me just say that, a situation happened, nothing bad, nothing crazy, nobody dead, nothing, but just shit got a little crazy. And I mean, it was in a very good way, and it wasn't a situation that happened with me directly. It was someone else who I happen to know, and I feel bad that they're in the situation that they're in. That's not to say that I put them in the situation that they're in, but because I was there, I was slightly involved, and it's just shit just went south real fucking quick, and I feel bad about it. And as you guys know, this is a podcast where we talk about the real life shit. We talk about the shit that happens with us, and we just try to put a goofy spin on it. So I'm definitely going to be talking about that. Definitely going to be talking about the fact that I was called toxic, insensitive, and self-centered the other day. The insensitive part I could understand. I had made a couple of jokes on my personal Facebook, and to someone in particular, they were in poor taste, and I do apologize for that, and I will apologize for that, even though I don't apologize for shit. But I feel that I can at least apologize for that. Now, whether they continue to listen to the podcast or not, let's be real about it. I don't give two flying fucks. That's just what it is. But I'm not going to apologize for the fact that with the conversation that we had, where I feel that I wasn't yelled at, but I was definitely berated and name called, which I thought was, whatever. I get it. You were mad. I could have name called you back, but I wasn't going to, so it's whatever. I'm not about that. I know that I'm all about matching energies, but I ain't gonna get involved in a name calling thing. I'm not fucking 10 years old. Either who, I'm gonna apologize for the joke I made, but it was the shit that ensued after that. Especially with the fact of, just kind of getting mad at me about things that aren't even happening, and that they also don't really have a right to comment on anyways. So someone I know was put in a situation, I was put in a situation. I guess the title of this episode is either going to be Free the Homies or Situationships. That's what the fuck we're going to call it. That's what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild. It befuddles, and it just dumbs, I'm dumb. I feel dumb about this whole thing. I feel even dumber because the shit's going on. What the fuck, biscuit? You know what I'm saying? Other than that, as always with, the YouTube and shit like that, subscribe, follow, share, do whatever you gotta do. Yo, do me a favor. We funny, and I feel like we, we have a really good energy and stuff like that together. So, share the shit out of this. Yo, let's get more followers. Let's get more, fans of the podcast. I mean, and you guys obviously know that everything we do is for free. We're not trying to charge y'all anything. We're not trying to do that. I know a lot of these people do have subscription services and things like that, which you can do, which if you choose to do that, hey, more power to you. But we didn't want to do that. If we're going to earn money, we're going to earn it through companies and things like that. If we have to promote a product and, you guys end up buying the product, which, in turn helps us out, then hey, so be it. We do appreciate the hell out of y'all for that, but we're not going to openly just be like, hey, listen, we need y'all to start paying for stuff. Yo, this is free comedy at like its rawest. You know what I'm saying? So, like it, share it, subscribe, follow, do whatever you got to do, put it out there. Let's get some more fans in here. Let's get people in on the discussions and everything like that. We trying to be a little bit more out there than we already are, and there ain't nothing wrong with being a little bit more out there than we already are, So that's all we trying to do. But I'm on the way to Tommy Gunn's. He was already yelling at me. It's almost 2 in the afternoon. I should have had this shit ready, but like I said, it's been a crazy weekend. I don't know what else to say about that shit, yo. It's just been fucking crazy. But I am excited to be back on season 4. You know what I'm saying? I love that me and Tommy are back to doing this shit. I love that me and Tommy are egging each other on. I'm not going to let Tommy know this, but, while he's changing, I am going to do a couple shots of Casamigos tequila, because I feel in a weird headspace, and I don't want to give y'all that, in the beginning of season 4. So I'm going to take a couple shots of tequila. We're going to make it funny. We're going to make it live. Y'all already know. We out here. I do need to do one thing. Nobody needs to know who they are specifically, anything like that, unless they ever choose to come on this. But I do gotta say, shout out to the Degenerate Boys. That's what I'm gonna call us for right now. The Greasy Grimies. For the stupidity that ensued. That always ensues whenever we get together. Shit was stupid. It was fucking hilarious. Absolutely love it. So shout out to them. Free the homie that I'm going to be talking about on the podcast. I'm not going to mention his name. I'm going to use his nickname. But, free the homie. Y'all will find out what's going on with that. And crazy women. What's wrong with y'all? I need y'all to relax. I need y'all to chill. I need y'all to just, you know what I'm saying? Coast through. Go with the flow. And most importantly, I need y'all to mind your business. I'm single. Mind your business. Don't be going through, looking through my Facebook, trying to find something to start an argument with me about, just creeping on my shit. Don't do that. Don't take nothing and make a situation out of it. If you don't like something I said, okay, unfriend me. Don't look at my stuff. That's all it is. That's all you got to do. I'm not for everybody. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But especially don't read too much into my stuff and assume that you know what's going on, because 98% of the time, you're dead wrong. I like to make jokes. People know this. I like to make jokes that can be in very poor taste. Hey, whatever. I'm not going to filter that shit. That's me. That's how I have fun. No, but don't do all this dumb shit, trying to start a situation and all that. Especially if we ain't together. Don't take nothing and turn it into something, because that is the quickest way to just demon time. And I feel that with a situation that I had encountered or been involved in, so to speak, in my mind, I was fully within my rights to go into demon time, but I didn't. I didn't want to do that. I thought about being petty too, but I didn't want to do that. So I'm gonna do this the right way. And, that's what, like I said earlier when I reiterated that this podcast is about us being goofy, but talking about real life situations, real life things that happen to people we know who don't want to talk about it, or to, shit that happens to me and Tommy. Because we got no fucking problem talking about it, and we about to talk about it. So it's coming up. I'm gonna talk. I ain't gonna use names. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm going to give the minimum, not the bare minimum, but I'm going to give the minimum amount of details that'll still kind of let people know what's been going on. I'm not going to use any names, anything like that. But just to see, like, the shit that I deal with. And maybe some of the shit that I bring on myself. Because, you know, like I said, I did make a joke in poor taste. I wasn't thinking at that time, so I will apologize for that. But for the way I acted and the way that you feel about the situation, I will not apologize for it. Because, A, it's not my fault you felt that way. B, it's not my fault that you read too much into shit. And 3, you proved to me with how you responded to me and things like that, that you're at a point where you don't give a shite stick about me, and that is 100% fine. I just need you to realize too, and you can ask anybody, and one of these days, I hope that my ex, April, will let me call her up so I can just have her reiterate it so everybody knows on the podcast that if I get to the point where you feel like you don't give a shit about me, I'm gonna let you know I'm the king of not giving a shit. Once I'm done with this episode, I'm gonna forget everything, including the person by the next morning. I'm the king of not giving a shit. Don't ever push me to a point where I don't give a shit, because then you're dead in the water. You're just out there by yourself. I ain't there. I don't fucking care how you feel about it after. Why? Because you don't give a shit. So I don't give a shit. Difference is, I don't give a shit a lot harder than you don't give a shit. Either way, almost to Tommy Gunn's house. I kept y'all on here for 12 minutes. I've been rambling. This is all the shit you guys are going to hear in the episode, but I wanted to give y'all a little bit more of a raw feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like doing with these little videos. I always wanted to do like the real talk sessions, and I feel like these are kind of like that, but they're also kind of like a trailer to the coming episode / video that you guys are going to see. Now, can I take one of these and turn it into an actual Real Talk with Rico session? Oh, fuck yes. I might actually start doing these on the little drives I got to do, you know, when I'm going home from work, you know, if I don't have to get my kid that particular day, or, you know, if I just have to take a drive somewhere and I've got some shit on my mind, I'm going to come through and, like, I'm really bringing this out here. The last thing I'm going to say before I go is, I know that last year we started off real strong, having guests on the show and stuff like that, and then it dwindled down to where pretty much the only guests that we had after that were, you know, a couple friends, Manny, Crossfade, obviously, which we are working on getting the both of them back on. I do have, it's technically 5 people, but we're going to call it 4 guests because 2 of them are going to be on the same episode. But so anybody who listened to the former episodes, and some of y'all will know who I'm talking about if you still watch, you know, this shit. I've just been confirmed that if y'all remember from season 1 of the podcast, the Moist Boys episode, and they also started their own podcast, yes, I've got Manny and Alex from Georgia, the Bandolier Tigers, have agreed to get back on the episode for a full-on Moist Boys part 3, because we did a 2-parter episode with them. We got them for part 3. I know I was talking about an up-and-coming model getting on the podcast and stuff like that. I have just secured her. Got to finish out the details with Uncle Tommy. I've also got another person that I know who they do a lot of comedy and stuff like that on Facebook. Huge with doing prank calls and just throwing parties during lives and shit like that. We gonna get her on the podcast. She's already agreed. That might actually be the coming episode after this one. And then I've also got another person who, she now does her own podcast. She does her own blog. Really not tooting my horn when I say this, but when I spoke to her about coming onto the podcast with me and stuff like that, with me and Tommy, so that we can talk about hers and kind of promote hers and everything like that, because y'all know that that's what we do. She said that she did start it, and she restarted a blog too that she had used to do, and it's because she was inspired by RCYJ, and that is so dope. And to hear people say that to us is like, it makes me feel so much better about this. And we're always about supporting smaller businesses and things like that. smaller podcasts. I mean, not that we're huge, but, podcasts that are on a level like us, we're always building each other up, and that's what it's supposed to be. So, like I said, we're going to get the Moist Boys back. I got an up-and-coming model. I got a top comedian from Facebook. I got another podcast host coming on here, and I'm still working on Wancho so that we can get a couple of the homies from way back in the day for a back in the day episode, so y'all can find out a bunch of the dumbass shit we did as children, so that you can see that even as adults we're still pretty fucking dumb. Just a little bit more responsible about it. So thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Real Talks with Rico. That's what I'm gonna title this as. Episode 2, Real Talks with Rico. Episode 2. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, follow, share. Do all that shit. Get this thing out there. Watch the YouTube videos, which are normally out between Monday nights and Tuesday nights. I think somehow last week the last one got fucked up. I'm still working on that. But this one will be up Monday night for the episode today. And I also need y'all to remember before I sign off this, don't forget to energize your Mondays and start your weeks off right, starting at 5 a.m. or whatever day you listen. With Tommy Guns and I on RCYJ Podcast. Yo, we love you. We appreciate you. And I'm out. This lady just let her dog shit on the lawn. Let's just get a poop bag!